Hey guys, DJ Wonder Chrissy back at it again. And the topic for today is zombie companies. Yes, you just when you thought Halloween was over, we have zombie companies filing for bankruptcy. Look for more and more of this to happen in the near future. Right now we have a company called WeWork. Yes, WeWork, very well known in urban areas.
WeWork is set to file for bankruptcy as soon as next week.
Looking at WeWork immediately dumping 40 New York City office leases. And remember, 40, you can put that into context here because it is one of the biggest areas for WeWork, but they have more than 700, really more than 750 leases when you look at the totality here. So a lot of pain to be seen, even above and beyond.
Office space and then rent it to companies on a short-term basis, and that's how they make their money. But they're strapped for cash and they are going down. So if you have any high-yield bond funds, you're going to see more and more of these zombie companies who've been going to the banks over and over again for money to string them along. They are going to go under, folks. So start looking out for, companies that are going to be failing left and right, and it's going to impact you, and it's going to impact the investments that you hold in your mutual funds and ETFs and all over the place, even in your pension fund.
Stock is down about 96% this year.
Bankruptcy allows them to start exiting these leases more quickly than they would have before. Remember, it was just a matter of months ago that they said they would enter this process of negotiating leases, again, exiting leases. Clearly that has been difficult. Clearly those negotiations with landlords have been difficult. So now this bankruptcy process really sets off a wave when you think about how to think about commercial real estate moving forward. And what's interesting too, guys, if you look at the occupancy that WeWork was posting at the end of the summer, it was about 3/4 of the space was still filled. You could take that however you'd like to take it, but it also was a matter of a company with very significant liabilities here, and let's just say it, years and years of financial mismanagement. And remember, this is a bankruptcy with $19 billion in liabilities. Yeah. So just in terms of the leases and what the bondholders are also owed at the end of the day is a lot of money.
Pension funds are going to realize this. WeWork had 60% of all office real estate in New York City. Now a lot of that is going to come back onto the market. And if you thought commercial real estate was in trouble before this, just wait, folks. Because WeWork, they're going to have to rework that company because they're going to be putting office space back on the market.
Had they not taken on all this debt, had they not negotiated these leases the way they did long-term years ago, then would they be in this position today? I think that is up for debate.
In 2019, it was valued at $47 billion. But WeWork has been in turmoil ever since its plans to go public imploded that same year. Investors had grown skeptical over its business.
And around here in Chicago, when office buildings are, 10 to 25% empty, things can go okay. But once they hit that 30% threshold for a building, things come down pretty quickly. Owners of buildings can't run a building when they have 30 or more % vacancy. It's just impossible. And you know what they do then? They turn it into the bank.
Which sees it take long-term leases on buildings and then rent out the space short-term.
It reminded me when I was reading it on the way in of what we saw with SVB, right? You just have long-term liabilities and short-term, I'll call them deposits, but that's kind of what they are when you have your renting for a week or a day or a month or something.
The office sharing company has been struggling with big losses and a massive pile of debt. Now bankruptcy would mark an astonishing fall from grace.
We've been seeing a rash here in the northwest suburban suburbs of Chicago. Beautiful buildings being turned in to the banks left and right. They just can't make a go of it. So what is a person or a company to do but hand it back to the bank and let it be their problem? This is why our regional banks are going to fail also too, folks. Be on the lookout for it. It's coming. It is coming, and this isn't going to help. This is not going to help. WeWork is a multinational company, office spaces in like 29 different countries. They are a big company in the urban areas of Chicago, LA, New York City, all the big office building areas of the United States. They run some space.
Shares in WeWork fell 32% in extended US trade Tuesday after news of the possible filing was first reported by the Wall Street Journal. Bankruptcy would also be a big black mark for WeWork's main backer, the giant Japanese investment firm SoftBank. It has ploughed billions into WeWork in a bid to turn things around, only to see the losses keep piling up.
Shares are plunging in the after hours after the Wall Street Journal reported the company is planning to file for bankruptcy as early as next week. It is a stunning reversal for a company that was once worth a peak valuation of $47 billion. That in the private markets, of course, before it came public.
Its mounting losses also triggered alarm. So too did the erratic management style of now departed founder Adam Newman.
And we don't have confirmation yet that indeed WeWork is filing for bankruptcy, but indeed this has just been a story to watch, the sort of paragon of the, co-working boom,
poster
if
child.
you will, the poster child.
It's a company that was, it's incredible. It was only a few years ago. It was once valued at nearly $50 billion. That was only in 2019, right? And to your point, Julie, you're absolutely right. There was so much excitement about this company among VCs in Silicon Valley, on Wall Street. There was talk there was going to be this massive IPO, and it just began unraveling. Of course, the co-founder Adam Newman got the boot. I believe that was 2019. They did ultimately then merge with a SPAC in 2021, but the story ends here.
So check out what we got here on the channel. I'm DJ Wonder Chrissy, and we're over and out. And make sure you're working, because WeWork is not anymore.